may now request everyone to please stand up for the Tibetan and Indian national anthem.
Chairman, Himbe Zade Sobeke, Chijab, Guleta, Yurin Pedu, Tabjova, Pushab Sham Gambilcho, Tanashin that day, Shubiki, Dinjaka, Yubiki, Rimuche, Soebeke, there Dunzom now became pretty in the Yola, Purishun and so Tizu, somebody should be telling us there, some Jew today, Kela, Sunzi Chejo, Di, Giledu, Modu, Mana Kola, telling us Chedonga Chase in a Della Chilo, you couldn't do. Namaste, you do some like engine and Loki, Purishun and so Tizuki, Sunjin, Yandu Shucho Cheese in Shui, Tambudi. Good morning, all. Today we are gathered here to commemorate the 64th Tibetan National Uprising Day. I, on behalf of Tibetan Youth Congress, would like to convey our deepest reverence to His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet. And also we would like to extend our solidarity to all the Tibetan martyrs who make the supreme sacrifices for the just cause of Tibet. I also would like to thank and welcome today's chief guest of this program, Shri Sujit Kumarji, Honorable Member of Rajya Sabha, and convener of all Indian Party Parliamentary Forum for Tibet, and guest of honor, Venerable Acharya Yishupungzola, former Deputy Speaker of Tibetan Parliament in exile, Shri Pankaj Goyal Ji, Honorable General Secretary of Bharat Tibet Sahyog Manch and long-time supporter of Tibet Just Cause, Shri Vijay Kranti Ji, very long-time supporter of Tibet and TYC and a strong and vocal supporter of Rangsin, and he is currently the chairman of Center for Asia and Himalayan Study, CHES. Thank you. And I also would like to welcome and thank Mr. Shri Sham Gambhir Ji, a very senior supporter and the national executive member of Indo-Tibet Friendship Association, all my Tibetan brothers and sisters, all media friends. So today we are gathered here to commemorate the 64th Tibetan National Uprising Day. I seek your kind permission to address Tibetan Youth Congress official statement. In the 1949, when the Red Chinese Army had invaded Tibet and fabricated a grim insecurity threat to the 14th Dalai Lama, the entire Tibetan situation was accelerated to a critical stage on 10th of March 1959. As a result, Tibetans from all the three tradition regions of Tibet stood united, take full responsibility and resist the Chinese military retaliation and their subjugated allegation over Tibet. Today we should be proud of our persistent, resilient and unwavering Tibetan spirit. Since the Tibet was gobbled up by the Chinese Communist regime and under its oppressive system, Tibet has been experiencing tremendous challenges: expropriation of Tibetan religious center, detention of Tibetan intellectuals, and destruction and exploitation of Tibetan environmental ecosystem. In the past few decades, Tibet has been treated as a Chinese commercial zone and systematically eradicating the Tibetan language, indoctrinating the Tibetan education, and obliterating the Tibetan identity. Under the arbitrary conspiracy with the massive crackdown of Chinese Communist regime, 169 Tibetans self-immolated themselves for the just cause of Tibet. Tibetans have been taking out processions and protests worldwide. Many well-known Tibetan scholars, poet, writer, educationists, and spiritual leaders being imprisoned and tortured by the Chinese Communist regime. When the Chinese virus COVID-19 hit the entire Tibetan area, Tibetans inside Tibet faced the critical challenges and treated restriction and mismanagement of isolation protocols with the limited quarantine facilities. The Chinese authorities have locked both the positive and negative tested Tibetans in the same room and implemented a discriminatory policy against the Tibetans. Under the Chinese colonial education system, over the 1 million Tibetans have been separated from their families and forcefully placed into the Chinese state-run colonial boarding schools. It is a genocidal policy to indoctrinate Tibetan children from their cultural roots and Tibetan language, Tibetan religion and cultural heritage. As under the Chinese massive surveillance system, they have been taking out hands on the mass collection of Tibetan DNA, including the children as young as 5 years old. We believe this is their newest attack on Tibetan identity. Massive surveillance system on individual privacies and freedom of movement inside Tibet. Therefore, today we, the Tibetan Youth Congress, would like to urge both the Tibetan individuals and organizations to take a collective action against the massive surveillance system. And this is a critical time for Tibetan situation inside Tibet. Along with the spontaneous COVID protests inside China, international communities have been reached a vigilant position against the Chinese Communist regime. And therefore, this is a high time that Tibetans across the globe should take step forward to let the international community to hear the genuine desires of Tibetans and the ground situation inside Tibet. In the year 2022, thousands of Chinese citizens within the China have demonstrated with the white paper revolution against the dictatorship system of Chinese Communist regime. And this is the opportune movement that we, the Tibetans, should be more committed to our struggle than ever before and stand united with the Tibetan brothers and sisters inside Tibet. Last but not least, Tibetan Youth Congress would like to pay and wish for the long life of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama and the success in his commitment. We sincerely pray for the instant reunion of Tibetan inside and outside Tibet in a free, peaceful and independent Tibet. Through this protest gathering, we also want to let the Beijing government know that Tibetan people will continue to resist, will continue to raise the voice of innocent voiceless Tibetan people who are still struggling under the brutal Chinese occupation. The Chinese embassy here is not too far from this historical Jantar Mandir site. We want to let them know that our day will come soon. We are strong enough to fight against the Chinese illegal occupation and their repressive policy in Tibet. Until our rightful independence is restored, we'll continue to resist, we'll continue to raise our voice. Thank you very much, Free Tibet. Some dine Injinangi Tringi Tadam di Yendu Shudubayi. But there Tadam na Shubanashi telling us that Dunzom Naya di Luju Rashinki Nimu Keshanchik of the Chindish Walla de Yon Devre. Tarin the Chide Chevik Lord Tuju of Shin Yanki. Her Nangi Netan telling us that Tenso Cheva in Bayina. Chidon Kujangachu Lola. Nimu telling Tuzu in the Chila. Tawu Yaman Shungi Siju the Cheshin Yabachiki Warner. Chino Kosakango Chembuchoki Kusola. Nyanga Cheda. Persa Central changes in a beauty case and Hesala. Central change and they begin Netan Kavla. Chosum Pumi Samolo. Martin Samachidu Toniki. Chi Tawiki Tatamanda Tunzu Yurte. Even on the Shivan on the Chongo Chesne. Kimber Delchesne. So little down Chesne. Lodura Shinki Nimuchi Chadi Yorde. Sunju to drink a last Sunji Cherry Kavla. Seminar of Power Cherry Gunze Manda Chile. Din and Nega Cheva Tamuchi Shiva in Bena. Tarinki Tende Shivik Dikal of Pepatu, he sent the poverty Kariki for Shiva in Bena. Chi Tawu Kandiji Menetado. Chiku Kandiji Menetado. Kansa Kandiji Menetado. Kauramuchi Kutil and Yaga server in Bena. Kauramuchi Tenjal and Yaga server in Bena. Permi so in taking little town teaching it. Tenja Chi 2 years. Near so 2 years again. Banda Civic Luju Chip. Nietene Chi Tawiki Tengu Chevik Kavla. So you saw you take a little town teaching it. Then make it protocol to me again. Banda they begin to meet it. Papa gave somebody. Not so they have meeting, shadow reason, Pevala Tusha begin meeting D. Tamushin in the military. Tala Tashin in the Niel and Yashin in the military. The day you have a Sunju to drink a lot to unit Tuzo. Some teacher recover the same now, Papa Desum Shabatoniki, some teacher with the Negashi Shidave. David Lora to Chirashi D. Ringla. Tawa Yamashuki Siju Damichi, the Cheshi Damichi Getone. Around Pebek is such a petty Gatti Julia, Pimiti Gami Jureki, Tashi, you could do Chevre. Chikon Kujanga Junga Sunju and Ringa such a color kitchen. Bebe Conde Tazanka Toshitaya, Latuka Casset Pavia, Bebe in Neo Minata Kevan Shayun Banam, Sunjuchi, Marsetaya, Bebe Chu the Rishinki, Timatamia Mevatueki, Tashi Chevre. You may have burn me, some now a purpose said, Latu to your mother. How about to your burn now, Lord Shubiki, Shishu, Pimituki, Sankin Alola, Peppa in Samiki, Sensu the Yamuchi, the Teguidi, Kaduna get out to your mother. Then I took get up, another per get up the lot of the Sensu Republic. Chikon could take you to get down and go Simbiki. Lhasa Siju, Chigochimo, Gotham Toliki, Ganashon, the Gazi Church, and Loso Theatre. Liquid Tamila Kaya Jijine, Pimitsola, Lamdo, Loba, Loso, Loba Tijine. Some learn now, Petit Gatti, Primiti Gamigueki, Chashi Chevre. You may not continue to Chashi can't have the Lamnon Savali Majumeki, Panda Seshudi. You don't get lucky, Sachi Shigochimo. Do you come soon to permit some make essential Turgine, Papa Timjine, Liquid Pepper? There are the Pern Alo Shubeki, Primitsurgi, Hoxam, the Lotto, the Nindo, the Simshu. Children, you don't Gugi Jella. Tawitamashu get Dunde Tanya down to this. Legui Peva in Baina, Dinalo, Legui Penny, Kansa Samolo, Songana, Tunju Chase, Marse Tayade. Legui Penny, Kinatu, Kishe, Wakoranda, Deva, you can Nami Samolo, Tunju Chase, Marse Tayade. The Jacktonic, me is sending a whole number of Gava in Baina. Permitted Legui Penny Marisa Mike, some look forward, Chashi Tibet. You may not did Samolo Lamo to maybe Panda Session D. Chilun, you don't Gunage in Yamataringi Padu. China Nila Keje Pow Pamujata to Jureguki, Kulu Major Pubble. Then around the pub get top to Dean on the Pumik, Lodan, the Central, Passam. It is about dear tone and a Jota Yamasula Talenta. Kanashungi Siju condition of that Chebe Benetado. Chashi condition by Netado. Pumik is singing on the paper inside make it forward cheetah. Pur get on the Jambik, Bushe, Gaurum Chechila Jambik, Degu. Pumi Tapu, the China Ningi Pumiki, Katu in a Lagamari said, Yanashula drink there, Coco Dine, Talente, Debucho. I don't Samolo, Pur, now looking Moyo Neta, Mamuchi, Tunana, they begin at children. Children, you don't Chugu, Tunji, and Lola, Pur, Nala. Kanashungi Togi name color keys, isn't it? Katush to John Townsend. You don't issue Lola, Dil Zombie, Kemal Hamula, Amal Hamula. Putu Sungi Amare, Pugu Sungi Ama. They Kala Yubi Kunji Chilla Deva Cheva, the Kanashungi Hago, Kambina Moshe Chevakala, Gauramuche Kuba Chuju Table Attention, Sogana, 20 years in a Marset Tamil. Amalamula Putusungi Amare. Korangi Kunji Tinsa Tabala Tandaimene get with Yamashungi, Sogana Yote Neta. Her now Lola Toyi in the M color keys in it. Her big Chujo get Dunzum color, Choje Made, Sunzer Sere. Flabber to a number two, you don't send joking. Pernal Jimmy Juvakal and number two Tonana in the sea of Bina. Kana Shungi, Deba Yumila Matubeki, Pumi Kenshu Parsum Tameki, Sunda Legend, a DNA collection cheese in it. They don't get Pimutol to do that Pimutol Najutan Shibikadi. Number two Tibetan Siri, Kana Shungi DNA collection Kajin Lingoris, Sunda Kajin Lingoris, you say, Dizire. Nima Taringi Patu, Keja Vachiki, Legu Peva in Bena, Lamu Mesetamba in Bena, Kana Shungi Tungana, Lumi Kabla, Tokjon Tama Kabla, Kamjonki, Sungo Mare, Kana Shungi Tize Cheva, Kana Swim, Pama Suri, Lumte Kabani Basile, Keja TV Kabla, Keja Konsuki, Stick Shugo Mare, Kana Shungi Sunga, Dilema Tejine, DNA collection Cheva Tejine, Pebeki Legu was Sunati, Kamjon Kadesha, Pama Surisha. The day dollar took John Rangi Chedu, Siju Chadi. Nimataringi Padu, Pernalola, Pemisaya Chile, Mawa Chiki, Sunda du Simajil. It is a Pernala Moyo Nedan Toniki, the day Zada Chevachik. Kana Shungi, Pernalola, Pemitu, Deba Meshindu, Shungi Tony, Tenja Monta Tuji, Colonial Boarding School. Pebe Chiba Longa, Yenje, Samalo. Pamaki Dube, Yumila Matubeki. Look to Suzuki Duba, Yumila Matubeki, Kanashungi, Lotana, the Julia, Lotena Lola, Marshall Sobeki, Deshe Javia, Lotena Marshall Sobola, Kutika Chekuyame, Kawamucha, Semeka Shukuyame, Peba Maibeki, Moboka, Dukuyame, the next Doniki, also never chase Shimikaze. Sons are Perna Lola, Keshu, Parson Gutone, Kanashungi Sunze Sudea, Kanashungi Dujon Tantia. Zamza Maranza de Century Chizo and the show they governor. Only Zamza Nama Tajis. Otang Maranza Trinka the Chizo Titan and the Tavi Kavla, Pevatunena Yabu Sartas. Come back to Gunala Dito, Moran to Bukashi town to says the Komasi was the Sawan in the Made. The Moyo Netan Savan in the Made. Kana Shunji Kang, Tarinka Chizo Titan at 20, Tanga Yungshi Chig, pretty Yungshi Chig. Moyo Netan Tony, Shinto, Mimangi Netan Karisha. Dopa Zuki Sova Kariketesha. Contenta Zanka and Alola Tava the Sumatsu in Netan Karisha. Did they see when they only around to Kajuna and Shevan? Ni Kyoba in a cat, Sama Joy, Netan Children. Now Muta Yong Shivaki, Netan Shadi, your resin Shui. But Tamsu during Alola, Senjo Yoviki Primitsuki, Karshe Gude. Zam Chi, Ginizu, Mamuji Tonges. And I shall top show Chemo to dust, Martin to the top show do, Benjo to the top show do. Then do the Mangarato Lanzin to be at the time which it is, Comasi was the Savani Mare. Did they congi over the din to do the decision? Can I show Tom Chesu, Kazula Mother Veke, Ranzo Pimiki Tabju Cheku? Tabju during Nalola Pimi Netiku. Can I Nalola, Goti Pumu Nangula, 첩시기 왕제 탑주요래 미만나라 벤조기 간여도 달래 또이 내염 디기 지엘라 야나기 계사 벤신 쇠베기 서구이 망볼 나로라 야나 미만야 랑지네 깨며 잡대기 주저 찍래 딘데기 주저랑 아주 고급 던진 체제 탑주 체고데 내가 좀 찍으셔 니데니 계지 딘제 나로라 야네 또이 내염 디기 지엘라 야나 쇼라 마가바다 이제 메베기 개가 마누마누 조심이기 내다 찍래 딘데가랑 아주 고급 던진 체제네 베베 탑주이고 돌아 리그이 빼고야 쇼도 제고야 변하게 왜 내가 가리바데 세가 제고데 아주 랭게 다디네네 야가츠베기 김제 개가 망변 나로라 야나 쇼기 야게 링로기 세줄라 떼주네 다른 가서 야가츠베기 개가 망고지 야나라 도바 체지네 이제 메데베기 내다 찍네 딘데 갑랑 아주 고급 탐진 체지네 베주 제고데 할레베 내가 춤보내 샤시 쉐이 탑주기 규림 나로라 변 나로 쇼베기 시쇼 변미소 말아서 탑주기 맞아래 탑주기 맞아 처음 봤네 코나바주기 셈쇼 코나바주기 학산 코나바주기 닝도 내가 저 탑주기 맞아래 변 나로 쇼베기 변미소기 이제다 레바치사디 센주라 쇼베기 데오르무체 으베기 말아서 센주 미만 찍다 찍래 데인도 저 탑주기 규림 나라 가도 임바이네 마자디다 이제다 레바디 말아바 체지네 윤주는 조가 내가 3일 랭게네 손자 무트네 그래 수주들에 레고 디컬라 나저 계제 뽀뽀모 상을로 나저 제대 쉬브네 그런데 단단하도 대견비 둔좀 제대사 서고 디네 야나기 순자 타는 뭐 세다 말해 디네네 그래 나저 주는 저 뒤속에 야가 숑게 담다 가저 지밀라 마도 나저 레고 빼기요 팔라 대 유메기 때나 순자 둘라 나저 대 색직라 뉴조서 시세기 봐도 별랑생기 된다 맛에 봐도 대세 봐도 전주 유메기 표미 상마게 아주 동사 찍찍이 도는 게 때나 슈가 탑주 지래 아주 먹을 때 그래 아주 깨별 때 그래 세지네 그 달린데 ten이 찍었어 니데네 나라도 전주 유베기 표미 상마로 누구 쉬어 찍기 나라도 별이 상마로 기는 기념도 동념 아주 기동념용래 네도 좀 탑주기 규림 나로라 참에 찍기 공부 누가 본거 도네 나조라 랑조기 얘가 요 말에 나조라 룽생기 얘가 요 말에 나조 추룩이 얘가 요 말에 나 벼바이 나 벼나로 쇼베기 벼메비 댄서바이 나 탑조바이 인사지 내 레고 빼고지 내가 집으로 레시는 쉬어이 타드인디 다른데 나조 진행기 니모 디컵라 벼나로 대나 캠베 벼저 조베기 나 중앙고기 벼저 세숨 디 안에 주동 체라 나조 조조 진시는 쉬어이 타드 지나고서 개베 뭐 탐지 켄지 시고시고 저 구제 샵에 깨결된지 독이 시고 타다 게메 lungi 줘봐타 별랑생기 대다 칸이 뉴스 세비 터시면 되지 별결로 지노고사 짬고요 제모 지노고사 짬고요 제모 벽에 타보 Kama pöne. Köşe şey pöne.